Because when the heat's on, you know how to cool off.
It's the right beer now.
Because when you start a beer here, you have a clear advantage.
It's the right beer now.
If you really know how to cap off an evening, reach for the taste of the Silver Bullet, the one that won't slow you down.
Coors Light. It's the right beer now.
Sergio Momesso, a 10-minute misconduct. Upset with no call on Creighton. Meanwhile, Jocelyn Lemieux on a feed from Creighton, splits the defense, takes his time, makes sure it goes to let it go, was hooked at the last second. The puck went on its side and he shot it wide. Riendeau is making some great saves and the Hawks squandering some good opportunities by poor marksmanship.
Now Roenick and Oates. To the left of Riendeau. Oates winning the draw. The near board McLean. He cleared just outside the line. Roenick couldn't quite hold it in for the offside whistle sound. Mentioned game 4 Tuesday night back here in the arena in St. Louis. A 7:30 Central Time start for that one. Thomas and Lemieux on for Chicago. Oates, McLean, and Gino Cavallini for St. Louis. The draw to Jocelyn Lemieux. Flips it ahead. Bob Murray to the far corner. Shoots one. Shot it wide. Wilson at the near point keeps it in. His long shot. Riendeau through a screen. Rebound. They score! From behind the net. Bob Murray banked it in off a fallen Riendeau. Behind the goal line extended. He chipped it out in front off Riendeau and in, and this game is tied at 3.
It's amazing. All the good chances that the Blackhawks have had, all the terrific saves that Riendeau has made, and a goal like that ties it up. Off the draw, Bob Murray sneaks in, cranks it up, shoots it wide. Doug Wilson keeps it in. This shot deflected in behind the net. Bob Murray stayed there, put it out front. Riendeau diving back and hit him on the outside part of the left knee and deflected into an empty net. The Hawks get a big break. All the great chances they've had, and they tie it up on a fluky goal like that. Bob Murray just put it out front. So Lemieux and Doug Wilson will get the assists on Bob Murray's goal. Riendeau disgusted. He can't believe that's the one that ties it up.
He went to try to glove it, and when he fanned on that, the puck caromed off the pads and in, but Riendeau had the chance to smother with a glove, and he just whiffed, and it cost him a goal. And it's 3-3 as McLean, back of his own net, had trouble with Thomas. Now Lemieux dug it out to Keith Brown. He keeps it in for Thomas, who shoots one. Riendeau the save, rebound, just chopped away from Roenick. Now Roenick got to it. In behind the net it goes. Oates swings it around the boards. Yanni able to keep it in to the near corner. Thomas centered it. Roenick, he couldn't get off the shot as Gino Cavallini tapped it away. Now taken by Gord Roberts. And Roberts feeds Oates, or Gino Cavallini rather, who was tied up at center ice. Steve Larmer takes it away to Savard. Savard gains the line, peels off to the far side. Now trying to center it, just missing Gilbert. And Roberts able to clear it away. Here comes Ron Wilson. 2-on-2 into the Hawk zone, and Manson took him off the play. It rolled to the net where Millen covers it easily with 6.5 to go in the third. Chicago 3, St. Louis 3.
I was looking for something a little bigger. I'll take it.
When the moment comes to start life on your own, there's no better card than MasterCard.
It's just the bare necessity.
With payment flexibility and unsurpassed acceptance, so you can buy what you want.
What is this?
Where you want. For the way we really live.
So what do you think of my place?
It's definitely you.
MasterCard. Master the moment.
Pat Foley and Dale Talon in the St. Louis Arena, a suddenly somber St. Louis Arena.
Nice alliteration.
I couldn't say it fast 10 times, though. Here comes Paul Cavallini. A shot tipped right on. Millen, great save. Rebound Manson. And he cleared it to Presley, who pushed it to center ice. That shot was redirected, and Millen was in the right place at the right time. Now Creighton trying to center it. Riendeau picks it off, was going to play it, and now thinks again and goes down to get a whistle.
The faceoffs have really hurt the Blackhawks in this contest, allowing the Blues a power play goal and some good offensive chances. Blues winning the draw, and Millen's first tough save. He's had 3 shots on goal. 2 of them just went to the crease, and 1 was a long shot by Momesso, but clearly this is the best chance of the period. The only scoring chance, really. The shot by Cavallini deflected right on target. I believe it was Brindamore who got a piece of it, who's had a terrific series, and Millen was able to kick it away. Meanwhile, at the other end, Zezel, after Riendeau stopped a Creighton attempt, Zezel tried to put it back towards Riendeau and almost put it under him.
Savard and Ron Wilson to the right of Riendeau. Now the draw to the near corner. Gilbert battles Paul Cavallini there. Then Savard came and dug it out. Savard trying to center it. Didn't get through Lawler. And now the Blues. Mike Lawler able to bank one back into Chicago territory. And Manson will have to play it. Cleared it ahead to Larmer. Steve Larmer dumping it in, hoping for Gilbert. Chases in behind the net. He got a big hit there from Paul Cavallini. Then Savard took it away for Gilbert back of the goal. He took a bump there, then still tried to center as he was knocked down. It winds up behind the net again. Thomas trying to wrap around. They score! Steve Thomas on a wraparound. It may have actually been tapped in by a Blues player before it was over, but after great work, board work by Greg Gilbert behind the net, Thomas came to help him out, and Steve Thomas puts the Hawks in front for the first time tonight. 4-3.
What a shift for Gilbert. He got hit twice by Cavallini, once by Lawler, and another time by Wilson. Takes the hit to make the play, falls down, kicked at by Thomas on a player change. Thomas and Gilbert behind the net. Thomas picks it up. He gets away from Cavallini. While he's going down, his attempt hit Lawler, came back to Thomas, and he hacked at it while he was down in the goal mouth. He tried the wraparound. It hit Lawler, came back to him, and somehow he was able to swat it past Riendeau. But what an effort by Greg Gilbert. He was hit 4 times behind the net and still continued the battle and allowed the play to continue.
Gilbert and Savard are given the assists on Steve Thomas' 4th playoff goal at 14:38. 2 goals in just over 2 minutes for Chicago, and the Hawks have turned the tables on the Blues. First time tonight Chicago's been in front. Now here come the Blues. Brindamore for Hall. Oh, he overskated it, and the Hawks clear it, but the clearing effort winds up deflecting into the Chicago bench. Can you give 2 assists on 1 goal to the same guy? If you can, Greg Gilbert should qualify there.
That's amazing how many times he got whacked behind the net and still continued to persevere and forecheck and allow the play to continue. Thomas, 16-4 the shots on goal, and 1 of the 4 shots for St. Louis has been a scoring chance. The first shot came with about 8 minutes to go in the period, a long shot from just across the red line by Momesso. The other 2 shots he got credit for barely had enough steam to get to the goal mouth, and Greg Millen played both of them.
As you sat here watching the 3rd period, now the Hawks did have a couple of early power plays to help them get momentum, but in your mind, were the Blues maybe playing kitty bar the door a little too early?
A little too cautious. Obviously, the Hawks came out early, forced the situation, got some help with the 2 power plays for cross-checking on Featherstone, but the penalties were created by good forechecking from the Blackhawks as they forced the issue. And the Blues have been a good team protecting the lead, but maybe they sat back too soon.
Brett Hull cranks it up, but it deflects wide off of Conroy. Now Zezel near corner. Center one, Jeff Brown, a back pass. Roberts has to chase for it. Now takes the long shot. It's score! Scored Roberts! Shot one through traffic. It may have been deflected, and Greg Millen appeared as if he never saw it. And the Blues come right back and tie the game at 4.
Some unlikely goals here in this 3rd period. Behind the net from Bob Murray, a wraparound that failed by Thomas. Millen behind the back pass over to the point. Creighton goes out to try and shoot. Roberts just gets it through. And there are 4 players lined up right in a row in front of Millen, and he never saw it. It was in and out. And the Blues tied up on their 5th shot. And this basically their 2nd scoring chance. Roberts got it through Creighton, but there were 4 guys lined up right in front of Millen, 2 Hawks and 2 Blues, and he never saw it, obviously, in and out with 4:36 to go in the 3rd period. The Blues tie it up 4-4.
They're going to say that puck was tipped in. Did they give it to Hull? I think they said Brett Hull tipped it in. Roberts and Brown have been given assists, I believe. We'll get an official call in a moment. Here's the draw. Hronek into the Blues zone to Presley. Behind the net, too far for Thomas. Now Yanni keeps it in to Presley for Thomas, side of the net, centering Presley. The shot, big save, Riendeau, rebound. Riendeau covers it up, and we remain tied. Just over 4 minutes for regulation time. Hawks 4, Blues 4. This is Chicago Blackhawk hockey.
Lincoln Mercury dealers are celebrating Motor Trend's 1990 Car of the Year Award with some award-winning values of their own. You'll save with $1,500 customer cash on Mercury Cougar direct from Lincoln Mercury. Up to $1,000 customer cash on Mercury Sable and Topaz. And $750 customer cash on the full-size Mercury Grand Marquis. Or ask about special financing or red carpet lease rates. It's all going on right now. See your nearby Lincoln Mercury dealer today.
They give the goal to Brett Hull. Now he has 10. Brown and Roberts get the assist. Roberts cranks it up. Creighton goes out to the point. You know you're in trouble when the centerman has to go to the point. But meanwhile, 4 guys lined up. And Brett Hull apparently got a piece of it and threw Millen and in. So the 10th goal of the playoffs for Brett Hull,
who tonight has only 2 goals and 2 assists. 4-4, and the crowd back into it here in the arena. Here's the draw in the Blues zone. Picked in front to Larmer. A quick shot and a save by Riendeau. It was slowed in the process, and Riendeau goes down to cover it up.
Bard and Wilson tied each other up. Gilbert had a stick tied up, so he kicked it back to Larmer. Larmer, who was slowed up, just trickled it towards the goal mouth, and Riendeau made the save and throws the puck. 19th shot of the period for the Blackhawks, 5 for the Blues. $17,806 on hand here in the arena. To help spur the Blues on to the lead in the series. You said it earlier, the 3 goals scored in this period are not going to make anybody's highlight film. But the Blackhawks with 2 unlikely goals grabbing a lead. And then Brett Hull with a deflection to tie it up for the Blues. Now here's the play out to center ice. Yanni. His pass broken up. Bouncing around at center to Larmer. Larmer steps in over the line, over-skating it in traffic. Savard, after a bouncing puck, was turned around. Out comes Rich Sutter. Sutter clearing it into the Blackhawk zone, but he had not reached center, and this will be an icing call against the Blues as we're down to 3.5 left in regulation time. One thing that really might have turned this game around as far as the Blackhawks are concerned, Rick Mahar in the 2nd period was lost. He limped off and has not returned. Mahar and Wilson are almost double teaming Dennis Savard. Now it's up to Wilson to do the job, and Savard, Larmer, and Gilbert have had an outstanding 3rd period.
How much information do you think we're going to get on Mahar's injury?
We don't get any information from any coaches in regards to any injuries, and they won't even let us interview any players.
Between Mike Keenan and Brian Sutter, it would be easier to get information out of the CIA or KGB than it would be to get any information out of these 2 guys. Can't interview players. That's the. What are you going to do? Talk about cars and clothes? Take their mind off hockey? Well, there's some things boggle the mind. Here come the Hawks now. Creighton put it in behind the net. Lemieux bumped there by Brindamore. They pin it up against the boards. Now Zezel in there. He's able to jam it loose. Here's a square off with Robertson. Creighton, and they're not going to go anywhere. So a couple of penalties coming up here. That was all right in front of Bill McCreary.
Well, Adam Creighton in game 2 took 3 retaliatory penalties that resulted in power plays for the Blues, and one of them went in. And he and Roberts get into a duel as Lemieux was trying to create something in behind the Blues net. Penalties coming at 16:46 of the third period. We expected this very type of series. We have not been disappointed. Tremendous action.
By the way, speaking of disappointing, I want to pass along happy birthday greetings to a gentleman who now is headed to the downward side of life. Peter Wirtz celebrating his 30th birthday today. Hope he enjoyed the first 30 because it's only going to slide downhill from now on, Pete. But a happy birthday, and we will not pain you with Dale Talon's rendition of Happy Birthday.
Happy birthday, happy birthday.
Here's Roenick up the far side, battling with Gino Cavallini. Dropped it to Manson. A long shot, sailed up high, and McLean trying to clear, did get it to center. Oates dumps it in from there. Dave Manson. And now the Hawk goal knocked off the moorings as forechecking Blues player collided with Millen.
Well, Millen very lonely in this third period. Had little work, only 5 shots on goal. Meanwhile, his counterpart, 19 shots, 17 saves, 46 to 26 shot total. Hawks had 16 shots in the first period. We were down 2-1. Messer and Hall scored. Wilson had a power play goal for the Blackhawks. Manson and Brown scored in the second period. Jeff Brown on a power play to give the Blues a 3-2 lead, with 2 goals by Bob Murray and Thomas and a goal by Brett Hull. He tied it up.
Now Yanni back of his own net. Gave it to Bob Murray. Sends it out to center ice. Taken there by Featherstone, who dumps it in. Yanni back of the net. Gave it to Goulet on the near board. Looking to clear. He did bounce it out to center ice. Now well behind the play, Sutter and Goulet have trouble separating as the play is in the neutral zone. Lowry able to dump it into the Chicago end. 2 minutes left to go in the third period. All even at 4. Keith Brown puts Thomas to the line. Got it to Presley with a long shot. Riendo the stick save. Now Keith Brown, a drive gloved by Riendo, and he hangs
on. 20th shot. Presley, who's been red hot in the playoffs, trying to go low to the glove side and sticked away by Riendo, and then the knuckleball shot from Brown might have gone wide. Too close for Riendo to let go, the way things have happened here in the third period.
Roenick, Presley, and Thomas on for Chicago. Zezel, Brindamore, and Hull for St. Louis. Now ready, the draw to the far corner. Thomas. Steve Thomas trying to center one, couldn't get it by Paul Cavallini. Now kick loose to Zezel back of the net. Starts at 4. Hull, but missed him with a pass, and the Hawks will dump it back in there. Paul Cavallini Hoisting one out to center. Dave Manson missing Roenick with a feed. Hall the other way. Putting it over the line to Zazalou. Shoots and a save rebound. Oh, good work by Manson to deflect the puck away, or the Blues had a great rebound chance. Here's Roenick on the counterattack. Trying to cut for the net. Couldn't pull the trigger, and Riendeau will smother it. And a good job by Paul Cavallini to tie up Jeremy Roenick as he cut for the goal without drawing a penalty.
Cecil at one end on the feed, breaks in on the left wing. Millen kicks it away with Brett Hull breaking in for the rebound. And then Roenick counters, breaks in on the far side. Tried to pull it back and then let it go, but he was hooked by Cavallini and didn't get much on the shot as it just trickled to the goal mouth. Dave Manson just swiping that rebound away from the Blues' Brett Hull. And then the Blackhawks come right back.
Excellent play by Paul Cavallini to get around the body of Roenick to tie up his stick, and as a result he couldn't get rid of the shot. 70 seconds left in regulation time. Now Savard, Larmer, and Lemieux against Wilson, Lowry, and Sutter. Here's the draw. Rich Sutter on the right wing board. Here to the center. The Hawks dump it back in as we head into the final minute of the third period. Bob Murray back into his own end. Murray gave it to Savard. Dennis Savard steps over the St. Louis line. Trying to center it. Here's Larmer. Larmer waits for help. Put it in front. Bouncing puck. Sutter hacked at it. Larmer able to hold it in though to Manson. Swings it around to the near side. Savard to the line. Wilson a long shot. Didn't get through. And now Riendeau backing into his own goal mouth. Knocks the net loose. And a whistle with half a minute left in the third period. The face-off will be to the right of Vincent Riendeau. Thomas and Presley back on there for the visitors from Chicago. Oates comes on for the Blues with McLean and Gino Cavallini. Just one centerman on the ice here for St. Louis with a draw in their own zone. Roenick and Oates ready. And Oates won the draw to Paul Cavallini. Hammers it around the board. Back to center and McLean. Paul McLean got rubbed off by Yanni. Taken by Roenick on the far side. Swings it around to the near board. Gino Cavallini kept it in. Behind the net. Old center it. Old McLean missed it. Now Jeff Brown the shot. Millen the save. Rebound. Cavallini. They score! Blues win! St. Louis with 9 seconds left. Cavallini makes it 5-4.
Aggressively made the first save, kicked out a rebound, and then was down and couldn't get back up, and Cavallini, not known as a sniper, took his time and buried it. He made sure the face-off was inside the blue zone. 18 seconds when Cavallini pinched in. Puts it around, the backhand pass out front, misses McLean, it comes out to the pointman. Roenick comes, the shot from Brown, the rebound. Cavallini with Millen down, and turns and fires and put it just under the crossbar with 9 seconds to go in regulation. It was a sudden death type situation, and the Hawks had to face off deep in the blue zone, but McLean rubbed off, carried it in. The Blues kept it alive. The shot from Brown, the rebound to Cavallini, and he makes them pay on their 6th shot of the period. The Hawks dominated the period, had a pretty sizable edge and chances in the game, but yet the Blues get 2 goals late in the third period. Hull deflected a robber shot to tie it up at 15-24, and the Cavallini goal with 9 seconds to go, and the Blackhawks down with only 9 seconds to go in the face-off at the red line.
First playoff goal of the year for Gino Cavallini, just his 13th career playoff goal, but he scored none bigger. Here's Thomas off the draw, knocked down. The play is offside anyway with 5 seconds left.
Blackhawks might have had a chance, but Thomas just overhandled it at the line. Offside situation. They'll killed off 4 seconds from the clock.
So this draw just outside the Blues line. A meager 5 seconds remaining. And Roenick are going to get ready. And Mike Keenan wants a timeout here. Keenan calling timeout just now. It appears that McCreary is recognizing that. And they have to, Blackhawks somehow have to come up with a Hail Mary type play. 5 seconds for the draw outside the line. So the Blues in shape to grab a 2-1 lead in the series, and what a huge win it would be for St. Louis after falling behind in the third period for the first time all night. The Blues were down in this game with just 5.5 minutes remaining. But Brett Hull on a deflection scored his second of the night to tie it up, and then Gino Cavallini with 9 seconds left on a rebound is going to put the Blues in front in this series.
Brett Hull with 2 and 2. Jeff Brown with a goal and 2 assists. Set a 4-3 lead with 15:24 gone in the third period.
All right, Millen's off to the bench. 6 skaters for Chicago. Creighton is going to go for the faceoff after getting some instruction here from Keenan. That's complete. So it appears that Creighton will be trying to pull it straight back to Yanni. And Yanni likely would throw it across to the right side where Roenick is stationed. And he'll hope to get a chance that way. Now ready, here's the draw. Zezel tied up. Creighton just falling on top of the puck. And a whistle with 2 seconds left. And now some pushing and shoving. Linesman able to keep everybody apart. And now it's a near impossibility for Chicago to force overtime. 2 seconds left with a draw 65 feet away. Over 17,000 are loving it. They drop the puck. The Blues win. It's official now. With another solid effort here tonight. And remember when Michel Goulet had 2 glorious chances in the middle part of the third period, and Riendo maybe there had his best sequence of the game. And the Blues have taken the lead in the series 2-1. And Riendo, who prior to this series had had a grand total of 11 minutes of postseason experience, is not showing any ill effects from his inexperience. He has performed more than capably so far for the Blues. The Hawks in the third outshoot St. Louis 21-7 and 48-28 for the game. But it's St. Louis that will head home the happiest. The Blackhawks started the scoring on Bob Murray's goal from behind the net, his first of the playoffs from Wilson and Lemieux at 12:26. Then Steve Thomas scored from the seat of his pants, tapping one in from the doorstep. Thomas's 4th playoff goal from Gilbert and Savard at 14:38, and the Hawks were in front for the first time in the game. The lead, however, lasted under a minute as Roberts took a long shot from the far point that Brett Hull redirected into the net. Hull from Roberts and Brown at 15-24, and then the game winner, Gino Cavallini on a rebound from Brown and Oates at 19-51. And the Blues have a 2-1 lead in the series. Your final tonight, St. Louis 5, Chicago 4.
Dreading a typical night on television? Call this number instead.
Who's on the line?
And you can enter the Twilight Zone. On video cassette only through the CBS Video Library. Examine your first cassette risk-free for 10 days. See why this remarkable series earned 3 Emmy Awards. Witness masterful performances by some of America's favorite stars, like Jack Klugman.
How come you're 10 years old again?
And rediscover the genius of Twilight Zone's creator, Rod Serling.
Just a prolonged nightmare in which fear, loneliness, and the unexplainable walk hand in hand through the shadows.
Now it can be yours to enter whenever you like. Your first video cassette of 4 classic episodes is only $4.95. Call now to order the Twilight Zone on video cassette, only from the CBS Video Library. Credit card orders only, unless you prefer another typical night on television.
The WBL is back. Sports Channel America presents exclusive national coverage of this Dynamite Hoops League that features a 6'5" height limit that makes it faster and more exciting. The WBL is back on Sports Channel America.
Sports Channel America cranks up the power this summer with nitro-breathing piston-powered action. See 8 top NASCAR races in the Grand National Championship. The series takes off April 28th with the Busch Grand National 200, only on the Sports Channel America Network.
This is a golfer. He'll play anywhere. Golf Digest magazine helps his game anywhere he plays with instructional articles from top pros. So wherever you play better with Golf Digest.
Get a full year of Golf Digest for $19.77. Call 800-841-0300 now and get our free half-hour instructional video with your paid subscription. Call 800-841-0300 now.
And we welcome you back to our studios in New York. I'm Bob Papa. What a finish. The Blues beat Chicago by a score of 5-4. Gino Cavallini's goal with 9 seconds to go wins it. The Blues only had 7 shots on goal in the third period. They now lead the series 2-1. Well, coming up next, all the NFL news, basketball and baseball with Sports Nightly. Darrell Burnett and Betsy Ross bring it to you. And then NHL action at 10:30, Edmonton against Los Angeles. Good night.
'89, the year the Sea of Red became the Sea of Champions. Now get Sea of Champions, the official Stanley Cup home video. Follow the road to the Cup. See the record breakers and the intense division matchups. Watch Montreal battle to the finals, only to see Calgary capture its first Stanley Cup. Sea of Champions is just $23.50. Call now at 1-800-521-8500 or write to Sea of Champions, Box 68618, Indianapolis, Indiana 46268.
Sports Channel America and USA Today want to put you in the Stanley Cup Finals. We're giving away round-trip coach airfare for two, 4-day, 3-night hotel accommodations, and tickets to the first 2 games of the Stanley Cup Finals. Call to order USA Today and be entered automatically, or send your name, address, and daytime phone number on a postcard to the address on the screen. Postcards must be received by May 3rd, and you must be at least 18 years old to enter. Win a trip to one of these great cities in the USA Today Sports Channel America Stanley Cup Finals giveaway.
Color, excitement, thrill, heat on ice, the world of NHL merchandise. Real hockey fans show their team spirit with official NHL products.
Oh, no, it's knocked out of the air by Vernon. Here's Carbonell going right in goal. He scores! Gretzky across the line, left side, he shoots, he scores!
Look for official NHL merchandise at fine stores near you.
Soccer fever is gripping America as it prepares for its first World Cup appearance in 40 years. Sports Channel America presents exclusive coverage of key games leading up to this worldwide showdown in Italy. Catch World Cup fever only on the Sports Channel America network. Monday, it's the pivotal 3rd game of the Wales Division Finals. The series between the Rangers and the Caps shifts to Landover. Or see the Bruins invade the Forum for a war with the Canadiens. The Stanley Cup playoffs on Sports Channel America, Monday.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to an abbreviated edition of Sports Nightly in New York. I'm Darrell Burnett.
And I'm Betsy Ross. Coming up tonight, the NBA playoff picture goes to the final day. But first, let's check in with the latest millionaires in this world in the NFL draft today.
At least 25 of them anyway. Everywhere else, this was Earth Day. In Midtown Manhattan, this was Worth Day. The best collection of college football players in the country waited anxiously to see just how much money they will be able to command in upcoming negotiations. Sports Channel's Ed Rano was at the Marriott Marquis as the NFL stared into the future.
The intrigue began with the New York Jets, but they confirmed previous suspicions by taking the sure thing. Penn State running back Blair Thomas, who has rehabbed completely from major reconstructive surgery only a year and a half ago to become the 2nd pick in the draft.
Before the injury, I had a positive attitude. Afterwards, I said, hey, if I want to get back to where I was, I got to keep a positive attitude. I can't let my spirits get down. And I think that helped me out a lot because before I had surgery, it was a month in between the time that I got injured and the time I had surgery. You know, I was lifting weights with it and, you know, starting like right now because I know I was going to have atrophy, so I want to build it up to be as strong as it possibly can going into surgery so I wouldn't lose too much strength coming out.
It was very scary. I didn't think he would be able to come back and be as good as he was before the injury, but thank God he came through.
Thomas's selection followed top pick Jeff George, signed and sealed for $15 million to quarterback his hometown Indianapolis Colts.
Deep down, I think any kid, his dream is to play for his hometown, and Indianapolis is a great organization, and I've followed them all through ever since they've been in Indianapolis, and I've always dreamed of playing for them. So it's really a dream come true for Jeff George.
A record 38 juniors decided to forego their remaining college eligibility to beef up this draft. While linebacker Keith McCants was reunited with his college coach Ray Perkins at Tampa Bay, the redundant junior Seau remains in Southern California. He was positively euphoric to go 5th to San Diego and had 2 good reasons for coming out early.
Right on, baby. There you go. Yeah.
The determining factor was the wage scale and the injury risk. I mean, who's to say how many years I'm going to be playing? I want to enjoy the sport while I can.
There's tremendous jubilation on the stage when you were selected.
Oh, I was thrilled. I don't even know what I did. I mean, that's just like a sack. I mean, it's simultaneous. It just happens.
Now the problem becomes signing these guys. Jeff George's $15 million contract has set yet another new standard. That means that this summer may set a new standard for contract holdouts propelled by the billion-dollar TV contract. 38 first-rounders have held out over the last 2 years, and collectively, they've played only 50% of their rookie seasons. That's not a fair return on a rather substantial investment.
I think the television contract makes it much more likely that the holdouts are not as long. When the money's there and football understands that it's a financially vital sport, then they can go ahead and commit money to rookie contracts without being worried.
First-round surprises. Chicago at 6 chose USC safety Mark Carrier a lot higher than anybody expected. Then at 11, the Los Angeles Raiders selected undersized defensive end Anthony Smith from Arizona. But don't necessarily judge a player by where he's selected. After all, the San Francisco 49ers in 1979 selected Joe Montana in the 3rd round. Covering the NFL draft, Ed Randall, Sports Channel.
Talk about this being the year of the quarterback. How about the year of the juniors? 8 first-round picks for juniors, including the number 6 pick, Mark Carrier, a defensive back out of USC who went to the Bears, who were thought to be considering a quarterback. Detroit did go according to the plan and took run-and-shoot quarterback Andre Ware out of Houston, the Heisman Trophy winner. New England had the 8th pick resulting from a trade with Seattle and took Arizona linebacker Chris Singleton. What a story this is. Chris had a bone marrow transplant to aid his twin Kevin, who is suffering from leukemia. Miami is attempting to give Dan Marino more protection by taking offensive tackle Richmond Webb, a 6'6", 290-pounder out of Texas A&M. New England's 2nd first-round pick from Seattle was used to grab defensive lineman Ray Agnew. The Raiders, who have plenty of holes to fill, will start on the defensive line with Arizona's Anthony Smith. The Bengals grabbed Baylor linebacker James Francis with the number 12 pick. Defensive-minded Marty Schottenheimer. The Chiefs took hard-hitting Percy Snow out of Michigan State. The Saints, needing plenty of help on the defensive line, filled the need with Ronaldo Turnbull. Houston's Lamar Lathan will stay home and play for his college coach, Jack Pardee, the new coach of the Oilers. Buffalo took Fresno State's DB, James Williams. Dallas covered his tracks from the Herschel Walker trade by taking Florida's junior Emmitt Smith. Green Bay had the 18th and 19th picks, taking linebacker Tony Bennett, not the Singer, running back Darrell Thompson. Atlanta, trading down with the Colts, took running back Steve Broussard. Pittsburgh took the first receiver of any kind and tight end Eric Green from Liberty. Running back Ben Smith went to the Eagles in the number 22 spot. Rarely do you see centers go in the first round. Such was the case with the Rams today. The Giants took running back Rodney Hampton out of Georgia, and the world champions, the 49ers, drafting in the final position, took Florida State running back Dexter Carter. Betsy?
Well, college football stars find out where they will play this coming season. NBA teams are finding out where they will play this coming week in the playoffs. The NBA playoff picture goes down to the final day of the regular season. And for Cleveland, a late season winning streak gives the Cavs a chance today to move up in the Eastern Conference standings. This game against the Knicks. Cavs at home, second half. Cavs nice passing here. Steve Kerr with a backdoor to Hot Rod Williams for the jam. Cavs by 10. Larry Nance drives inside. He goes up for the nice lay-in. Cavs running here. Cavs also hitting from the outside. Steve Kerr goes outside behind the three-point line and nails it. Cavs up by 8. Hot Rod Williams unstoppable inside. He drives the lane here, and he gets the shot. Williams had 20 points, 10 rebounds. Down the stretch here, the Knicks could not close the gap. Larry Nance's shot is off. Williams is there. He gets the tap in. Cavs win this 115-99. Now, with the win, that means Cleveland clinches 7th place in the East. They win the tiebreaker with Indiana. Now, for Seattle, their playoff picture a little more cut and dried. They win, they're in. Lose, they have to wait to see what Houston does tonight. Dale Ellis gets that one. Third quarter now, Golden State comes roaring back. Kelvin Upshaw finds Rod Higgins wide open for the layup and the foul. Golden State cuts the lead to 2 points. Game stays close to the end. Fourth quarter, time winding down. Dana Burrows hits the three-pointer. Golden State up by 3. They're still leading by 3 here. Quentin Daly, though, nails the 3. He's outside. He hits it. Game's tied now. And it goes to the last seconds here. Tim Hardaway down the middle. He gets the game winner, and Golden State wins this one 124-122. Hardaway gets 28 points. Now that means Seattle has to wait to see what goes on tonight with Houston. It all comes down to the Rockets game at home with the Jazz. Rockets need a victory now to qualify for a first-round date with the Lakers. And we saw that score a little bit ago. Now the rest of the NBA, San Antonio wins over Phoenix 108-93. Other scores tonight, Boston a laugher over Philadelphia 118-98. Chicago loses to Detroit 111-106. Isaiah gets 18 points in that one. Indiana wins today, but they're still 8th in the Eastern Conference. They win by 10 over Washington. And Denver wins it 115 over the expansion Minnesota T-Wolves. New Jersey, they're glad that's over. 102, they lose to Orlando 110. And this is a final now, a late game. Dallas wins it 118-107 over Charlotte. Lakers and Portland just now underway.
And a game just about to get underway. Another LA team, the Kings and Oilers. We'll switch out there for a preview in just a moment. Stay with us.
We'll open your eyes in April. It's National Cable Month. TV you've got to see. Look at who, where, when, how, why, what. Look at cable, 'cause cable's now. Cable's cool. Cable's hot. Look at cable to entertain and inform you 24 hours a day. And during National Cable Month, look for a different cable network's quality cable program every night, featured in prime time. Pizza Hut is the exclusive sponsor of National Cable Month. TV you've gotta see.
The Lowe's Summit Hotel on the fashionable east side of Manhattan is the ideal location for that special occasion, reception, or dinner. Our restaurant and charming banquet facilities are available for up to 300 people. Call today, 212-752-7000 for more information.
Armatron, America's watch for superb quality, design, and value. Featuring magnificent diamond styling. A watch by Armatron. The hottest fashion for your wrist. And tough, rugged, water-resistant Armatron All Sport. Armatron, America's watch.
This program is produced at the Hofstra University Television Institute, Hempstead, New York. Hofstra University, among the top 10% of American colleges and universities in almost all academic criteria and resources. Hofstra, one of only 65 universities nationally recognized as an arboretum, with a collection of over 4,000 trees and 200 different varieties. At Hofstra University, we teach success.
One of the great advantages of doing business with a firm like Schwab is that you're dealing with professionals across the whole country. They're creating financial advantages for the individual investor.
Many of our customers transfer their other brokerage accounts to Schwab because we make it easy. We help the customer complete the right form, they sign them, and we do the rest. It's that simple.
Call today for free information about Schwab services. 800-841-0300.